Alright, so I posted a video 4, 5, 6 days ago, I'm not exactly sure the amount of time went by, on an electrolyte that I personally discovered. I don't know if anybody else has done it or not. Doesn't really matter to me. I thought maybe people would like to know what it was I discovered. I was a little excited at the time, and I wanted to read off some of the ingredients that were in this. So this plant food that I used in my experiment is derived of ammonium phosphate, potassium nitrate, potassium sulfate, ammonium sulfate, calcium nitrate, magnesium nitrate, copper EDTA. I don't know what the EDTA stands for. Same thing with iron and magnesium. There's an ammonium molybdate. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. And then a zinc EDTA. Not sure what that stands for, but that's what's in this. And there's a bunch of nitrogen also that's part of all this stuff. And it says it's 8.5% ammoniacal nitrogen and 11.5% nitrate nitrogen. And there's a bunch of other stuff in here too. But what I did was, and I was going to show you guys how I did it, is, okay, everything's plugged in, good. I took a few scoops of this stuff, just chucked it in my coffee grinder. That's more than enough, I'm sure. Stuck it in there and just grinded it up. And I got it on the fine setting. They have 3 settings on this. They got coarse, medium, and fine. I did it on fine. I'm also using propylene glycol for my liquid medium. On the experiment I did on the video, I just put 20 milliliters in here. Like so. The funny thing is, this stuff is like hydrophobic bad. The moment I grind this up, it starts sucking moisture out of the air. It actually turns it green. Doesn't hurt it any, but you know, in a capacitor type setting, you don't really want moisture in there because it has a tendency to degrade how fast the or how long the process works. After a while, it basically clogs it up. I don't know the proper terminology for it. And I just took a few scoops. And not all of this will dissolve, but as you can see, I don't know if anybody can see that, but it's already starting to turn green from just the moisture in the air. Probably by the time I get done doing this video, you'll probably see a major difference. And I stuck it on here, and I just mixed it up. Now, if anybody knows anything about glycol, as you heat it up, it gets more water-like. It gets thinner. And there you go. You can see it turning green just from being in the glycol. Now, I did this earlier, and I also had ordered powdered urea because on A's video, he used powdered urea and different chemicals, not the same things that I'm using here, and made a very good electrolyte. Well, this I found was simpler. I only had to mix a couple things together. I didn't realize that this would work so well, or I would have tried it sooner. But at least it allows me to do some experiments. I'll just let that heat up and dissolve a little bit more. This is same thing I did earlier. As you can see, it separated out. You got the dark liquid up here, that's your electrolyte. This is the leftover chemical that just collected at the bottom. I am sure that there's probably a maximum ratio that you can use and then not have to have that paste in the bottom. At the same time, I am getting ready to do another experiment with just the paste to see if I can get the same electrolyte reaction out of the paste. The paste, if it works like I think it will, might be what I'm actually after, because then it's not so watery. Now this kind of acts like a deep eutectic solvent, because I made this 4 days ago and it hasn't dropped in level or anything, and it's just been sitting out here in the open air. Now what's in this little cap here, I know it ain't very much, is the paste stuff that I was talking about. I haven't had a chance to scrape that off or put it on anything, but I'm thinking that that's probably going to be what I'm going to be playing with next. But for the purpose of this video, I wanted to take you through the steps that I did. Thought it would be only fair to give the proper instructions instead of just freaking out and getting all excited. No, I kind of, Robert Murray Smith does way better job when he gets excited. He actually breaks stuff down even though he's excited. It's impressive. I can give him kudos on that. Now, as you can see, it's already starting to dissolve pretty good. It's probably just about done dissolving. It won't dissolve too much more than that. In fact, I think this one dissolved the best so far out of all of them, and I think it's because I let it sit out here for a day or so. Now I've rigged up some plates already for this experiment. This is what I printed off from my 3D printer so that I can contain any liquids, so I'm not getting it all over my workspace. And as you can notice, that white powder that I had, look, it's already turning green. Nothing wrong with it, it still works. I have a full bottle, not a full bottle, but I got a bunch of it right here. Same stuff. And see, and it gets hard. That's why I'm thinking that that might work okay as a paste and as an electrolyte. Don't know. I'll have to play with it. That'll be kind of fun to see what comes out of that. So let's get this thing, let's get the show on the road. Looks like that's about ready to come off. I'll just take that off, shut my heater off, and I'm going to use my pre-made stuff. In this. Now I've noticed that this doesn't do anything to my fingers. Somebody might say different. Obviously you wouldn't want to drink that. Whack it in there. The other end over the top. Unfortunately, I burnt up all my diodes I was using to show the work capacity of my experiments. So bear with me. I don't have those right now. I will be getting some in a week or so, and then I can run a load show on for you guys so you can actually see that it actually does do work. There's my negative. Unhook this one. Here's my positive. As you can see, it's already producing a very, very low voltage, about 3 millivolts. Let's see if it's got a capacitance. should probably be in the nanofarad range. That one I can't get it to read capacitance. It goes on to overload every time, but it does act as a capacitor. I mean, I can get energy out of it. Energy goes into it. And it does about 1 milliamp, maybe, yeah, about a milliamp. It does about, and it holds at about 800 picoamp, or microamp, no, not microamp, yeah, picoamp, no. Whatever the next step down is. Well, I don't think it's going to do the voltage today, so let's go ahead and charge this thing and see what we got going on here. I'm using what's supposed to be 24 volts. Better connection. There might be too much rust on these things. There we go. Charge it for a second here. Wait for the numbers to settle down a little bit. Yeah, that ought to be good enough. Must have a short. I can get it over 2 volts. I don't know what my problem is. There's 400 millivolts.